Tabla na ang Western Conference Final Series matapos mahanap muli ng top seed Houston Rockets ang kanyang shooting touch. Ninapasan ng Rockets ang defending champions sa Golden State Warriors sa Game 2, 127-105 para matablang serye at 1 game apiece. Di tulad ng Game 1, nakakuha ng tulong si MVP favorite James Harden sa kanyang mga kakampi kanina. Naka 27 points pareho sina Harden at backup niyang si Eric Gordon habang gumawa naman ng 41 points ang starting forwards nilang sina Trevor Ariza at PJ Tucker. Matapos gumawa lang ng 9 points sa first game. Turn naman kanina nila Kevin Durant na maging Lone Ranger para sa Dubs. Umiskor siya ng 38 points pero wala nang ibang naka-double figure sa team maliban kay two-time MVP Steph Curry. Sa Oracle Arena gaganapin ang Games 3 and 4 kung saan susubukan ng Warriors na makalamang muli sa serye.
Total team effort. You know, we play harder and smarter in Game 1. That was the only difference. You know, we didn't switch up any strategies or whatnot. Just play harder.
May bago ng head coach ang Milwaukee Bucks. Ayon sa reports, pumayag ng dating Atlanta Hawks tactician na si Mike Budenholzer na maging next head coach ng Bucks. Pinili ng Bucks management si Budenholzer matapos silang makipag-meeting sa franchise player nilang si Giannis Antetokounmpo at forward na si Chris Middleton. Dating Coach of the Year winner si Budenholzer na tinulungan ng Atlanta Hawks na makarating sa Eastern Conference Finals noong 2016. And speaking of the beard, kasama si James Harden sa tatlong finalist ngayong season para sa NBA Most Valuable Player Award. Makalaban ni Harden sa MVP vote si Cleveland superstar LeBron James at New Orleans franchise player Anthony Davis. Para naman sa Rookie of the Year, it's a toss-up between Ben Simmons, Donovan Mitchell, and Celtic star Jason Tatum. Coach of the Year candidates sina Quinn Snyder ng Jazz, dating Raptors coach Dwayne Casey at Brad Stevens ng Celtics. Karamihan ng awards ay pagbobotohan ng 100 media members. Makakaboto naman ng mga fans para sa ibang awards. Sa June 25, gaganapin ang NBA Awards Night sa Los Angeles. Let's talk now basketball with basketball analyst Martin Javier about the NBA, the Game 2 today, and a bit on the draft. Marts, welcome back.
Thank you, Team.
All right, well, tingnan natin itong Houston Golden State game muna. After losing Game 1 at home, napanood natin lahat yun. Theoretically speaking, you say natanggal yung home court advantage napuntin sa Warriors. Pero going into Game 2, ano kaya naging mindset nila? Ano kayang inisip nila na biggest improvements kailangan nila for Game 2?
I think Game 2, naramdaman natin nun yung pagka-desperate ng Houston Rockets because they were playing with their backs against the wall because it's very difficult to win in the home court of Golden State in Oakland.
And if you're 0-2.
And if you're 0-2, mas mahirap gawin yun. Wala ka ng home court advantage, pupunta ka pa doon with a chance to get swept. So I think their mindset going into game number 2 was just to dictate the tempo of the game. Play Houston Rockets basketball, play desperately. And that's what happened. That's what manifested for them. They pushed the tempo early on. You can see them not really breaking. Kasi nung game 1, they took control nung unang part, pero they broke out of their momentum. They kind of struggled holding on to that momentum that they had early on. So I think dito na-sustain nila yun all throughout the game on their way to this win.
Well, one big factor, as you mentioned in the report, the support. Clearly, James Harden finally got the support he usually gets.
Yes.
Pero actually, this is even more. Because normally, it's Capella who brings in some of the points. Pero ngayon, yung Ariza at yung Tucker,
PJ Tucker.
unexpected yung mga yan. Kasi, Eric Gordon can give you 15, 20 points a game. He had 27. That was big. Pero yung dalawang forward na yun, gano'ng kalaking bagay yung kanilang improvement from Game 1?
Napakalaki. Kasi we both know them as defensive pieces para dito sa Houston Rockets, Trevor Ariza and PJ Tucker. And for them to be able to convert on the three-pointers. Imagine getting 22 points from PJ Tucker. We all know he can do it.
Kasi career high, diba? For the playoffs.
22 points. Nakita naman natin siya before in his career. He can hit those shots. But now, at the biggest stage of them all, and helping out James Harden, kung wala yung puntos nila, hindi pa sana sila nanalo. Hindi sana nakadikit sila sa Golden State. But because they were there, I'm not sure if they can do it in Oakland though. Because they were there, it was the much-needed help, the much-needed boost for the Houston Rockets.
And as everybody would say, to beat the Warriors, it's not just outscoring them in terms of offense, although that's what the Rockets are kind of built to be able to do as well. But they defended pretty well. I mean, they held down Steph Curry to only 16 points. Klay Thompson was 3 out of 11 for only 8 points. Anong sa tingin mong nagbago ba? Or maybe they executed it better defensively against the two sharpshooters of the Warriors?
Well, I see the same shots naman that the Golden State Warriors. It's just that they were able to get them in awkward positions. Kaya nagmintis yung mga tira ng Golden State. And also, their defensive schemes. Kina Steph Curry, kina James Harden. And I also thought Steph Curry was a bit tired because he was guarding James Harden most of the time. Either James Harden or Chris Paul on a single coverage. So I think it took a lot of energy from him. Kaya medyo nag-struggle siya on the offensive end pagbalik niya. But I think the Houston Rockets, this is the defense they've been showing all season long. Not just outscoring teams, but also shutting them down defensively.
Yan ang interesting point na even before this series started, when people would imagine this matchup, that Steph Curry defensive problem was always a question because sabi nila, now you have Harden and Chris Paul, who will he defend? Dati, na itatago pa siya, let's say, against the Cavs, he would guard Iman Shumpert or J.R. Smith, somebody that's not a major threat moving on. Pero how did the Warriors adjust now na finally, in Game 2 at least, na-exploit yun ng Rockets, na pinagod siya, paano kaya mag-adjust ng Warriors?
I think kailangan nilang discarten yung switches, especially dun sa defensive rotations. They gotta put either Klay Thompson, Draymond Green, or Andre Iguodala if he's in the starting lineup still, on James Harden or Chris Paul. Kasi ang sumisingle coverage lang naman, Eric Gordon, James Harden, and Chris Paul. Usually, minsan lang si Eric Gordon dun. But if it's the isolation game, if it's Chris Paul playing the isolation single coverage here, you better not put Stephen Curry against them. At the very least, wag mo silang ilagay doon. Mapapagod sila doon, and he's gonna get smoked. Aminin natin yan. Kanina, there were a lot of defensive breakdowns. Chris Paul was able to drive against the defenders of Golden State. James Harden, nakita ko when he was being guarded by Stephen Curry, talagang gustong-gusto niya yung matchup na yun. He always gets the first step, the blow-by, because yung ibang defender nga na mas effective kay Stephen Curry, nahihirapan kay James Harden. Paano pa kaya with a single coverage?
Exactly. Well, the Rockets have always had this starting five. This has been their money group for this whole playoffs. Although itong Warriors nga, they went to this, as they call them, the Hamptons Five. The small ball wherein they have
death lineup.
The death lineup, but it didn't prove death for the opponent. Game 2, do you see a possible change? Kasi nga, Iguodala as well, 5 points lang, 6 rebounds, 1 assist. Although you know naman he's not expected to put the numbers on the stat sheet. But how do you see this potentially as something that could be a change? Sinabi na ni Kevin Durant kanina, nagsabi na siya na we're not invincible, this Hamptons 5. So, what do you think?
Well, it's a risky tweak, pero posible. Especially in this game. Kasi game 1, 5 rebound advantage lang in Houston Rockets. And Golden State can live with that. But this time around, they were out-rebounded by 11 rebounds, 47 to 36. That widened the disparity in that department. So I think that's one of the problems that they're going to have to address. I'm not sure if Steve Kerr is going to adjust it dun sa rotation nila defensively, or simply just put either JaVale McGee or Zaza Pachulia in the starting lineup. But there's something that needs to be addressed with that kind of disparity. And yun din kasi yung risk. Kasi nagsusmall ball ka, sasabayan mo yung pace ng Houston Rockets. Nung sinabayan nila yun, nadehado sila ngayon. They were forced to more turnovers, and they just folded to the scheme of the Houston Rockets.
Mapapasubo sila to put somebody who cannot switch. Unlike Clint Capella on the other side, can switch on the younger guys and smaller guys. So that's an interesting dynamic of that. Okay, so Game 3, abangan niyo po yan. That's going to be on Monday. Game 3 naman ng Celtics-Cavs is on Sunday morning.
Tagal, no?
Tagal.
3-day break.
3-day break. They gave them time to recuperate and travel. Okay, cambio tayo sa NBA draft lottery, Mark. They did the lottery yesterday. Yesterday ba? Yeah, before the Celtics and Cavs game. And very interesting results. Para lang ipaalala sa inyo, let's just do the top 5. Mavericks at number 5, Memphis at number 4, Atlanta at number 3, Sacramento Kings number 2, and Phoenix Suns. I think they deserve this, number 1, because they were the worst team in the league anyway. So, in terms of that, how do you see this as a good sign for these 5 teams who want to rebuild, they want to get back into contention?
First, I like how the smaller market teams actually got the first 5 picks. Dallas, Memphis, Atlanta, Sacramento, and Phoenix.
Okay.
And then this draft kasi big man heavy siya. At least yung top niya, top 5 picks.
Yeah.
Maraming big men.
Centro tsaka power forward.
Central power forward, DeAndre Ayton, Luka Doncic lang yun naiiba, tsaka Trae Young.
Yep.
Pero Marvin Bagley is there. So yung mga yun, I think this is a chance for them, especially this draft is top heavy. I don't think it's that deep. Like last year, we had a deep draft.
Correct.
So I think there's a lot of potential there to get a really game-changing player for each of these franchises.
At ang babata nila, I'm just looking at these potential top 5 picks. 4 of them are freshmen.
Yeah.
Although Doncic naman is an international player. So actually, out of the top 10, 9 of them are freshmen. Grabe.
Yeah.
So, ang dami. Pero sa tingin mo, is it, then what I've read and heard as well, DeAndre Ayton most likely is the number one pick for the Suns. Is that what they need? Kasi meron mo sa Devin Booker. They've got the shooting score in the backcourt. And then they have, although yung big man nila, veterano si Tyson Chandler.
May mga bata rin sila, Marquise Chris.
Yes.
Pero I think the tricky part here for Phoenix, one of the reasons they got the head coach, Kokoskov, Igor Kokoskov, is because of his connection with Luka Doncic. Former head coach siya ni Luka Doncic.
Ooh, wow.
That won the Eurobasket title in 2017.
Okay.
They won the gold medal there. So I think one of the reasons why they got the coach is because, di ba, alam na nila na mataas yung draft pick nila and they wanted to assure, get it in the bag, draft Luka Doncic. But at this point, I don't know if they need Luka Doncic because Luka Doncic is about 6'8", 6'9".
Yep.
He's a do-it-all player. Parang, ano ba i-compare?
Sino ba compare sa kanya?
Ben Simmons, LeBron James. Parang ganun yung comparison na better scorer.
Okay.
He's a prolific scorer. He's been tearing it up in the Euro League. Pero you already have that in Devin Booker.
Yun na nga eh.
Siya na yung ball dominant dito sa Phoenix team na to. So it would be wise for them to pick DeAndre Ayton, a really formidable big man kasi ang starting center pa rin nila either Tyson Chandler or Alex Len that I'm afraid for the past 2 seasons lacks consistency pa. So having DeAndre Ayton there, DeAndre Ayton ang comparison sa kanya is David Robinson, Patrick Ewing.
Seryoso? Ganun ka, no?
Ganun yung ano niya. He's like 7 feet 7'1", that has range, has a good shooting stroke, pero can also enforce inside. So I think the smarter choice, the best player there in the number 1 pick would be DeAndre Ayton, but I'm just not sure if they're going to pick him because of the move they did, specifically with the head coach Igor Kokoskov being there and his connection with Luka Doncic. But either way, walang talo doon.
Yun na nga.
Walang
So
talo.
it's a fun problem to have for
fun
the number
problem.
1 pick. We'll see how that goes down shortly after the NBA Finals in late June. All right, Marks, maraming salamat.
Thank you.
Thank you.
For more sports updates, keep watching The Score. And don't forget to subscribe.